It do. It is your boy, Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and who am I with, as always? Joseph Huggie, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod. Episode 119. The list has dropped, motherfuckers.
What's up, man? I just realized that it had us on like a black screen, so I gotta fix it. Hey, I don't even know how that happened, but we're back.
And we're back.
What's up? Listen,
Happy
drop,
New Year.
son.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, man. Any resolutions?
Nah, man. That's for posers.
I got some. Stack more paper, which is a
Okay.
foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
And then not be so hard on the streets, you know what I'm saying? I come down on them hard out there.
So
Really,
you're
I'm trying to.
you're trying to go soft. You're trying to soften.
I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, show a little
I'm trying
more.
to sharpen my edge, bro.
Show a little more mercy, you know what I'm saying?
No mercy for these fools. Bow down when I come into your town.
Damn. All right, shots fired. But you had a good one. Anything crazy? Anything nutty?
No, I just been back in full effect at the poker room and just murdering people. Murdering. I haven't walked out with less than 300 in like 5 sessions in a row.
And what is your average? Well, we'll get into that, but what's your average to start with?
But I just buy on 100.
Okay, so you're like coming out there 200 up.
No, 305 is the least. Everything else is 400 plus.
Okay, okay.
Deal with it.
Well, I'm not losing money to you, so I'm happy for you.
No, I know. I am too. And like,
I'm happy for me too.
like one of the dealers today when I was out on my break, my marijuana break, and
Yeah.
then maybe a non-menthol Newport.
Ooh, hold
Yeah,
on.
that's right.
Stop. Sorry. Non-menthol Newport soft pack or hard pack?
Hard pack.
Hard pack. All right, soft pack. I feel like I don't know you anymore.
Well, because we can't get the menthols out here.
That's true. They're banned. But
They're banned.
but
So
that's a
I tested out
powerful.
the various like because well they had camel, they were still making camel crushes but not menthol, so I don't really know what the crush was. But then
More
the
tobacco.
FDA took those off the shelves, like like it took them a year, but they took them off. So I tried the Newports, and the Newports actually, the non-menthols are probably the most mentholy of the non-menthols that I've tried so far out here in California.
Well, yeah. I mean, Newport non-menthols are a menthol at heart.
That's right.
They have the spirit of a menthol. Their
Exactly.
ancestors are menthols. They're
Yeah.
like, and
The
that's
non-menthol for menthols is their
yeah,
slogan.
that's like that comes with you can't change that. It's in its
That's
DNA.
right. That's right. So, anyways, I'm on my break, and one of the dealers is out there. He's like, "So I'm going to see you up at the 2-3 soon," uh, which is like the higher stakes tables, because he just like has seen me just crushing, and he's like, "How big does your bankroll have to get to like for you to just move up?" He's like, "You're too good for these tables."
He said that to you,
Yeah.
some old guy.
No, he's like a younger dealer.
Oh, he was a younger dealer, so he works
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, he's been seeing me, like he's working there, and he's like seen me like just crushing the last like week. But he's seen me play like for, since September 30th was like my first day in. So, but he's just like, but so like there's like 4 dealers named Brian. So he's one of the Brians. Shout out. He listens to the pod sometimes.
Okay,
Uh,
shout out, Brian, for the 4Bs.
Yeah, this one guy was at the table today, and this guy like table changes like a crackhead. He's just constantly like getting up from one table to another table, trying to like I don't know what he's trying to do. So, anyways, he he raised, or he bet like 3 or 4 to try to steal a pot, and then he got re-raised twice, and one of the guys had 4 9s. And so, but like whenever he got re-raised, he like just like flung his hand like towards the dealer, and it was Brian, And Brian's like, whoa, don't play that shit with me, dude. He's like, you could do that with the other dealers. He goes, don't do that to me. He's like, don't get mad at me, man. He's like, and he's like, sorry. He's like, yeah. He's like, you should be sorry. He's like, why don't you bet into quads again? I was like, God damn, dude. He just like ruthlessly like
That's
like
savage.
I know. I was like, I started laughing so hard. I was just like, he's like, yeah, why don't you bet into quads again? Like that's something like a player would say to another player, but the dealer was just like, don't throw
Well,
your fucking cards at me, and made fun of your like little bitch move.
yeah, he's gonna be like, "You're an idiot, and you're throwing cards
But
at
that's
people."
exactly how I would be as a dealer because too often like the dealers, like they let shit slide and it's like and it's like if you just take control, it's like being a baseball umpire, which I did for a long time or for a couple years. It's like you just have to be in command and like you don't have to be a dick, but like when everybody knows that you're in charge, then shit just goes smoothly. And then like so when like somebody's acting out of line, you have to check them quick as a dealer, and that way the whole table will just know, like just keep it like in line. Because like if you like let it slide a little bit, then like some people take like liberties, and then it's just like the table's a mess. Like
Yeah,
so yeah, so you just have to check them.
yeah. I
And
mean,
so shout out Brian for checking.
well, if you're sitting there and you're being a piece of shit to people, what do you expect? What do you think's gonna happen?
Right,
And you're throwing your
right.
cards.
But I see
Shout.
it all. Like there's a lot of people there that like regulars that like will act like pieces of shit. Like, and they'll like sometimes they'll get called on it. Sometimes like depending on the dealer, and it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm in here doing my job, man. I'm
Yeah.
providing a service.
So for like a stat right here, um, so yesterday I sat down at 6 o'clock and I cashed out 460 at 6:55. I was actually up to 550 in 30 minutes. I took a break because I really wanted to just cash out right then. But it's like we just opened the table at 6. It's been 30 minutes. I have everybody's money at the table. People bought back in, and so like it's like the etiquette is like I don't know if like give them some time to try to win it back, but like I just want to walk. And so I go, and then this other Brian dealer, I go to him and he's at the doorway, and I was like, dude, I was just like, it's been 30 minutes. I'm up to 550. He goes, cash out. And I go, I know, but like the etiquette, he goes, just fold some hands and then just cash out. And I was like, okay. So I go smoke. I come back. First hand I get dealt pocket aces. And like I had like crazy hands before to get to 550 in 30 minutes. And then I get trips and but there's four diamonds out there, and so the ace of diamonds is out there, so like I don't have a diamond. So this lady bets 35, but there's a potential royal flush versus quads jackpot opportunity if the next ace comes out, and I have four aces, and then they have royal flush because of the cards that were making up the diamonds. I could. And so I call the 35. It's like the two of diamonds comes out, and then she goes all in like 20 more, and I just fold. But I showed everybody I had trips, and there was like, goddamn, like, and I could have hit a full house. So I actually had 10 outs on that thing because if the board pairs up, it's a full house. I beat the flush, or I can get four of a kind. So I did.
Yeah,
I have outs, but then I went from 550 to about 460, and then I just picked up my chips and left. And so that was 1 hour, and then I was there for 2 hours today, cashed out 305. So I'm up 565 in the last 3 hours of playing.
it's pretty crazy, man. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
so what are you gonna do? What's your
I'm just gonna
plan?
keep. I'm gonna like. It's because I read this book, and it was about how to play in card rooms like this, in cash games, and so that's so the strategy is working to like perfection.
All right. Well, I mean, are
That's
you
why it's
gonna,
like a quick turnaround. Like that's why it's like this is just like cash, cash, cash. It's like
or are you
I'm
not
never
gonna,
in trouble.
go and play a higher stakes table?
No, I am, but I want to. But my bankroll's not where I want it to be yet.
What would you want it to be at to go do it? And just like gambling money, let's say it's this money you win, you're taking this. What would you want to take with you to be comfortable going? I'm curious.
No, well, I'd want like because you could only buy max buy in at the next level is 300. So it's not like having 300. It's like I want it's being able to lose the 300 and still have a shit ton of bankroll to keep playing. You know. I don't want the 300 to just decimate my bankroll.
Well, it makes sense.
So
But I mean, at some point, you should be able. You should
I
go.
know at some point,
You
and
should like
and
have like
like
get to
a
where you
couple
have
more
like
days
six.
like this, a couple more days like this, and maybe it is at some point.
Yeah, go in with like 600, buy in once, and then you could do another buy in, and then walk. See how you do. Just
Yeah,
go in
I
with
mean
six.
it's coming, but right now, like I'm rolling.
Have you thought about going to the other card rooms that are the same level? What's the other one called that the Russian
Well,
chick plays at?
there's the Russian. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that she
There's
called
commerce, and then there's the the
the bike.
bicycle.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
bicycle.
bicycle casino. So there's commerce, the bicycle casino. No, I have no interest right now. Right now, I'm nesting at this place, and I know the regulars. I know it's just it's everything is locked in right now. Like,
Well, shout
yeah,
out. That's pretty awesome.
yeah, we're comfortable though.
Sounds like easy pickings. So I
Oh,
mean,
shout out! There was a jackpot one while I was there today, but not at my table.
okay,
So they
okay.
won like 12 G's.
Damn.
Yeah. So whoever that's a bad beat jackpots. Whoever lost the hand gets 6,000. Whoever won the hand gets three, and then the rest of the people at the table split the other three.
And there's how many at the table?
Uh, I think there was nine. It was a full table of nine, so seven people divided into 3,000 for
Hmm.
just watching the hand.
Yeah, that's good money. Damn.
Yeah.
That's some wild ass card games,
Everybody was
dude.
just like,
There's
"Whoa!"
guys, they're like cops and shit with armed security. Like
Yeah, there's
what?
armed security everywhere.
I was like, yeah, dude. There's got to be like some.
Yeah, dude, there's really, really high stakes tables like right next to my table where like 6,000 is like, that's like table stakes, maybe like, just to get into into a hand. Like there's real high stakes going on there, but like that's like, like the 22-year-old Japanese chick, and then the guy who's wearing the gloves with like the no fingers like in him, and it's got his glasses, and he looks like, he's like a dork, he's like, translucent, versus like the really rich like Arab dude, like that's that table.
That's right next to your table.
Yeah, like
Damn.
like yeah, depending on where I'm at, but yeah,
It's like
it's in the same room.
Silicon Valley, like Discord
Yeah,
nerd.
so when I'm cashing out my 460, there's a guy behind me with like 20 G's, sometimes. So they're not worried about me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta come visit so I can go check this place out. But can I even get in?
And it's like, remember, it's a panoramic of the ocean view in your upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, am I allowed in? Like,
Yeah,
you just
dude.
gotta know about it. You just like,
No, you're allowed in. Dude, I got a player's card. Come on, man.
it's crazy.
I got a G pass.
Sounds wild.
That's right. Well, as we do.
Well, congrats, man.
Thank you. We start with therapy questions. I think I put this one in before, but I want to know the answer now, and I want to know it hard and quick. Therapy question number one, Joseph. Would you have sex with a dragon?
No.
Why?
A dragon's gonna be substantially bigger. I don't know if it's gonna be enjoyable for the dragon.
Are there like different sized dragons?
I don't
Or is
know.
there just baby dragons and that's just weird?
Yeah, no, I'm not into it. That'd be scary.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
like
so
fucking a
this is what I have to
reptilian.
ask. Well, if it was to procreate a human dragon, what about that?
What's the purpose of this human dragon? Is it saving the
Just
planet?
just no, just to see what happens.
Well, if there's like a mystical meaning behind this human dragon hybrid, then maybe. But I'm not just
First
gonna.
ever human,
I'm
maybe.
not, yeah, but I'm not just gonna go around fucking dragons to create human dragons.
Human dragons?
No, that's not. I'm not into that.
Why
Because
not?
what if those take over and destroy the planet? I'd be the
They
guy.
could easily.
I'd be like known as like it's like the guy who like fucked a monkey, and they're like, oh, this guy fucked a monkey and made AIDS. Just saying, just
Bro,
that
bro,
old,
bro,
that
you're gonna get
old.
us flagged.
No, that old allegedly,
Allegedly.
the old wives' tale. Then you'd be the wives' tale, of the guy who
damn.
who
You're
fucked
always
a
like
dragon.
saying like the R
I'm
word,
just saying.
and like you just went out and said it.
fuck a dragon. You'd be the
Fuck
same
a
thing.
dragon.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you'd be known as the same guy. Whether it's true or not, nobody would know. But people would, if it was, that'd be your
Well, if we already
legacy.
have dragons,
Dragon fucker.
couldn't they destroy the world? Why is it going to be the human dragon that does it? You know,
Because he can, like,
because it's smart.
he can cross the line.
Are dragons smart?
He can cross the line. They gotta be.
Are they?
I
They're
mean, think
reptilian.
about it.
They're reptilian. It seems
They
like.
chill out in caves. They guard a lot of gold and valuable shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta be kind of
But
smart.
so do like so do like the Houthi rebels.
Think about it. Like in the book, in like Grendel and Beowulf and shit, there's a dragon at the end of the book that's just guarding some treasure. They didn't even have shit to do with the big ass monster that the whole book's about. At the end, there's just some motherfucking dragon guarding some shit. Like, oh, I'm really in charge. Like, and he was smart enough to just like be vibing. Nobody
Well,
even.
maybe they're just like security guards. Like it's like just because you're big, like doesn't mean that you're smart. It just means you're good at guarding shit.
Yeah, fucking shit up. I mean, I don't know. I think dragons have got to be smart.
No, but what I'm saying that a human dragon
Like a
has the
land.
intelligence of the human,
Yeah, it'd
the
be.
capabilities of a dragon, so therefore it could take over the world.
Yeah, but it would have like scales on like the back side of its neck. But it'd almost look human, have crazy eyes. That's the beginning of the reptilian.
Well, like, would you be able to like raise a human dragon? Like, would you be able to like ground it or like teach it to swim,
Yeah, I think you could. Have to be
teach
on.
it to read?
You have to be on some like Superman shit where
Well,
like
maybe
the
you
parents.
raised it like well, and then it doesn't take over the world
Well, no, like Superman, you'd have to like raise it and teach your kid
properly.
teach the dragon kid lessons. You'd have to have it grow up in like fucking Boise, Idaho or some shit.
Yeah.
Just try really focus on not having it come out racist, and I think you could make that Dragon Boy pretty good, but then if you do that, you're basically making all of Alex Jones, David Icke, all the reptilian conspiracy theorists, their dreams come true. Then there is actually a reptilian human hybrid. The world would
But it would
implode.
also prove that they were wrong the whole time because this is the first.
No, they would twist it and they'd make your kid like,
So you guys
look,
might-
see, he's
so
made in
it-
a lab.
No. It's like, and they'd be like, we were just early. We were early, and no, and I'd be like, no, you were wrong. They'd be like, we're early, and I'd be like, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, they'd be like, Alex Jones would make it like, they've started some government program to try to find somebody to fuck a dragon for years, and they finally found someone crazy enough to do it. Now we're here, folks. Jesse Ventura would be all over that
Why
shit.
is Jesse? Is he still
Just
around?
because he's a conspiracy theorist out here in the Baja. They found a dragon, right? And they had the guy fuck the dragon. I used to smoke the dragon. But in Vietnam. 2 frog brigades. Fucking dragons. Yeah, dude, I could easily see that. Come to my fort out in the Baja.
I thought he was from Minnesota.
He is, but that's how he talks.
Why is he in the Baja?
That's just where he lives now. He's fucking crazy.
Down in like Baja.
Yeah, like these just out like out,
Baja,
out in
California.
no man's land, dude. They're looking for me. So I gotta hide. So I built a fort out in the Baja.
So
2
much like-
CIA agents at my door talking about fucking a dragon. Alex Jones was right, Weed should be legal.
The American sniper punched him in the face, knocked him out. At a
Christopher
bar.
Kyle hit me in the face.
Yeah.
I told him to shut the fuck up. He was talking bad about the Baja. He's never even been there.
Off the top rope, Jesse Ventura.
I got a hand job from Carl Weathers on the set of Predator.
Twice.
Don't talk to me about hard times.
What?
Honestly, I've tried to get better at doing a Jesse Ventura impersonation. I think I just got good at it. Like I'm live on this because he says the weirdest shit. But I used to watch
Don't
his.
tell me about a hard time.
Yeah, I don't
Was
know.
that a pun, Jesse?
I don't
Was that a
know.
pun on you getting a
Yeah,
hand
this
job,
guy hand job
Jess?
from Carl Weathers. Yeah, said a Predator. That's why they wouldn't let me on Predator 2.
Why, Jesse?
Danny Glover said, "No way, Jose."
Jesse, are you gonna run again? You gonna
Nah,
you
I'm
running?
off. I'm off the grid now.
Oh, okay.
Out
How'd you
here
get
in
on
the
this podcast?
out here in the Baja. I tapped in. I got friends on the inside.
Okay. All right, Jesse, put the bottle down. Therapy question number 2. If you were to receive a nude massage from a same-sex celebrity, who would you pick and why?
So I'm nude, they're nude, and I'm getting a massage, or they're nude and giving me a massage. A nude massage. Are we both?
You're nude getting a massage from a same-sex celebrity. Now, to be fair, I was at the poker table when I was doing this, and I thought it said a nude. I just saw the nude part, so like I thought it said get a nude from a same-sex celebrity. And then I was like in my head, and this is right when I got Ace King, and I was just betting 20, and this guy was just calling me for no reason, right before I was about to leave. And I was thinking in my head like what to like use, like, and I was like, okay, so, and I started thinking about this. So let's change this for right now. What nude from a same-sex celebrity photo would you want to get?
Nude from a same-sex celebrity that I'd want to get. Oh man.
I'm thinking valuable here. Like what would be?
Like,
Do you think like a nude of Trump could go viral?
or yeah, that'd be worth some money. That's what I'm thinking.
Disgusting.
The Rock would be worth a lot. He'd pay a lot to keep that from getting out.
You think so?
Oh yeah, The Rock definitely. He's a family man now. The people's jewels. He doesn't want those getting out.
What if he didn't care? He's like, whatever. Like he just shows his ass and shit, I'm sure, like all the time.
No, I think he cares, man. He's got a new image. The Rock cares about his image now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like he does.
No, I'm sure. Okay. But now we're like now we're really just like contemplating on how we're gonna extort celebrities.
How do you feel about paying me $5 million for The Rock's nude? It doesn't matter what you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so let's go
Same.
back to the normal question.
Trump. Yeah,
Or
you'd
not
want Trump. You'd want Trump because it'd just
Trump
be
nude.
worth so much money. Or a
Yeah.
Putin nude would be worth
No,
a lot.
Putin be like, if he had a really tiny dick.
A Netanyahu nude would be worth some money. You gotta think about like some
Ooh,
like you know
A Putin tiny dick one. Oh,
that would be worth.
bro,
Dude,
that would end the Ukraine war.
that would end it. It'd all shut
And
down. Everybody would just drop their
you would
guns.
have thought when he fell down the stairs and shit himself, that would have like he would have never
Crying in the streets, guns
crying,
just dropped, walking home, soldiers
crying in the
walking.
Kremlin, dude.
Yeah,
He's gonna start an emo band, crying in the Kremlin.
that'd be, that's a good album,
Yeah,
or just a single
yeah,
and album name,
yeah.
EP. Yeah, that'd be worth all. Now, nude massage from a same-sex celebrity. So I'm nude. They're just giving me a massage.
Yeah.
Probably someone like John Cena. I want somebody to be able to get in there, actually get a good massage out of it. And he's like a really nice guy, so it wouldn't be weird. He'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, John Cena's
Oh
really
yeah,
nice.
it'd be more like it'd be like an athletic trainer type shit.
Yeah, right. It'd be
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that. Yeah, you know, there's if I had to pick,
yeah, for
I
sure.
feel like I
I
could.
picked Brad Pitt.
Okay, that's fine. That'd be fine. I mean, no, because he'd be
Because
chill
then I
too.
could flex. Because then I could flex on it. and let people know that Brad Pitt gave me a nude massage.
Yeah, that's true.
What'd you do, dude?
That is true.
Done.
What'd you do yesterday?
Yeah, what the fuck did you do?
Not that.
Not
So,
that.
because
Brad Pitty.
he only had
Brad
one. He
Pitty.
only has one client, and it's me.
Brad Pitty touching my titty.
He wants me to take my clothes off. That's how hot your
And,
boy is.
and guess what? Guess what? Didn't tip him.
Yeah. And all we do is watch Ocean's 11 movies the whole time. The Ocean series, just the whole time.
He wanted to give me a happy ending, and I said no.
Big Bernie Mac fan. He loves Bernie Mac. Shit.
Therapy question number 3. Would you rather have to run everywhere you go or yell everything you have to say?
Probably like run everywhere you go. Yell everything you have to say would be awful, although you could
Yeah.
get into some certain jobs that would be good. You know, you could be like
Auctioneer.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. You could be an auctioneer, you could say 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. You could do that. You could
Speaking of which, you ever watch Storage Wars?
yeah, fuck yeah.
One of the Storage Wars guys I was playing poker with at the table recently.
Which one?
I don't know. He was like, he's one of the on the periphery, but I don't know. He's white and overweight.
I don't know if I talked about this on the pod, but the villain, I think I did, the villain from Tiger King came into my job one time.
Carol Baskin.
No. So there's the no. I wish, dude. I'd be like, bitch, what do you do? No,
Who are you talking about?
free my boy Joe, dog. Back up.
Dude,
Quit lying on his name, dog. You
Dude,
lying.
lying. No
Bas-
cap.
Baskin Robbins ass ice cream.
31 flavors.
Nah, she missing 30. She only got one flavor and it's nasty.
What's that flavor?
It's nasty.
Ooh.
It's curdled bitch.
Damn.
No, the bad guy, the guy who's the felon who comes and like helps Joe out, and he has like the
Oh yeah.
that guy. He came in with his wife, their kid, and then the bad guy, the fat dude on the jet ski. They like were in my store and were there for a period of time, and he was wearing a Tiger King hat, Tiger King shirt. He had a chain that was blinged out that said fucking Tiger King on it. I'm not even kidding you. I'll send you a picture. I have a picture on my phone. Because some of the people that work for me were like, oh, I was like, dude, I pointed him out. I was like, bro, that's the bad guy. That's like the villain.
Bad guy.
Well, because he comes in and he takes
They're all terrible people.
yeah, no, they all are, but he's the one who like takes
No, I
the
know.
place from Joe and then starts selling off his tigers illegally. It's that guy.
Right. Yeah.
And then it's the fat dude on the jet ski who thinks he's cool. And then his wife who's like gotta be like 29. This dude's coming in like 68, dude, old as fuck.
Right.
Yeah, they were in there, villain. All those guys. Storage Wars tight. I like Storage Wars. I don't know about their like value system. It's like, oh, look at this, dead 30-year-old phone, $80. You're like, what? Where?
But I sometimes find it like fair, like sometimes like they say like something I'm like I would have thought more. But I also like that it's just what, it doesn't matter. It's very determinative. Or like it's very they're like they're not like waffling on the price. They just tell you the price. And that's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if they're like, what is this? What do you think? 22, 19? It'd be unwatchable. So they're just like 5, 8. They're trying to do it quick.
I did enjoy the people that you could tell when they were there trying to make money off being on Storage Wars, and then the people who were on Storage Wars and already had a fuck ton of money and they were like actually doing this shit beforehand, and they were just like complete and total dicks to everybody because it was like, oh, I could buy whatever the fuck I want, and then there's like some dude that's obviously like a side plot line, and I love when they added the black guy who just like looked angry all the time and just said like a roll looking.
His son's on there.
And he's like, yeah, this is mine, dog. This is my unit, brother. And it'd be like his like little side conversation as well. I'm like, dude, come on. I'm sure he has more shit to say than that. And everyone else be like, I don't really know how I feel about him. He's really aggressive. And he flashes around this money, and he pulled up just blaring his music. It's 8 a.m. Nobody wants to hear that. Like, it's just like the most caucasity filled shit.
Oh, really? You're gonna hit us with a caucasity?
Yeah, I'm dropping it. Just did a boom too. But yeah, I'd
Run
rather
everywhere
run
you go.
everywhere because then you can make it like inspirational, like the man that runs. It's some like Forrest
Yeah,
Gump
and I'm
shit.
usually like, if I'm walking to get somewhere, I'm usually walking fast, anyways. But yeah, running to get somewhere everywhere is way better than yelling. Like when you have to talk to people, because like imagine, yeah, you would have to like yell to explain to them, like that you don't have to run everywhere
Yeah,
because you have to yell everywhere.
I mean, there's loopholes. You could like learn sign language, and then like
Okay, well, I would rather not do that.
and then just not yell. But it'd be hard to like dating would be difficult. You'd be yelling all the time. Everything you had to say, you'd be yelling.
Hmm.
So they'd always people would think you're just like hella aggressive all the time.
Yeah,
So like, oh, I didn't know you were deaf. You're always it's like, oh no, I can talk.
yeah, that would be terrible.
Yeah, that'd be epic fail. Epic fail. So,
You couldn't go on a long walk on the beach, but who gives a fuck? Because nobody likes that shit anyways.
yeah, you'd just be always on your grind. Grind my life. Grinding all my life. Just running everywhere. There'd
Uh,
be some
uh,
Nike
uh.
commercials. The man who never stopped running.
Or you could just get on a Segway,
Yeah, it's
and
true.
then
It's like ride a
you
bike.
could just walk, or just go at walking speed with the Segway.
Then you just look like a pretentious dick.
Whatever.
But if you had to go to the bathroom and you always run into the bathroom, you're like, man, he really holds it all the time. You need to go more regularly, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Like no matter where you went, you always had
You
to
just
be.
need, yeah. Can you recognize the signs like ahead of time, or
Your
it's
child,
always it's always an emergency?
your childhood would be hard too because everybody think you'd want to be first, and
Like
like the
think about
lunch
if
line
you
and
had to
shit.
run everywhere instead of walk, how much faster you'd probably be than everybody in the world.
Oh, by the time you were
You'd
done with
fast,
it,
yeah,
yeah,
because
you
all you do
perfect
is
it.
you just yeah, boom, dude. Now you're Olympian.
Yeah, if you don't get like hit by cars and all sorts of.
Why would I get hit by cars? I'm
Uh,
faster than cars now.
I guess you gotta run across the street. You can't like walk and really time it. You just gotta take off.
Ugh.
He's the fastest kid in the county until 12th grade when he got smacked by that
Only
ice
got
cream
one
truck.
speed, dude. I just take the top off the defense.
Dude,
Only one speed.
I still think about the time, and happy he's good. But I remember we were doing what was it, tax test, and old Sticky got hit by a dump truck in his car on his way to work,
Shut up.
and he was in my class. So everyone's like, "Yo, where the fuck's Sticky at? Sticky's not in here." And then somebody's like, "Yo, dude, Sticky got hit by a fucking dump truck." And it wasn't funny, but it was good. He was okay. And then Boone was the first person who found him because he was behind him in line. So he got hit by a dump truck. First person that he sees when he crawls out of his car is Boone. That's hilarious. And then he broke his thumb. So it was for
Yeah.
like 8 months. If we were even trying to smoke, his thumb was all busted. That was like the funniest shit. It's not funny.
Why? What made you bring that up? Because this is like the fourth time you brought that up on the
I don't
pod.
know. I don't know. Maybe it's the CBD.
Yeah, yeah. I swallowed 100 milligrams of THC like 30 minutes before we got here on here a peach tea, iced tea.
Oh, is a drink? You gotta be careful with those
Yeah.
drinks, man. Those drinks are wild. They're potent.
Oh, I hope so. That's why I bought it.
Well, we'll find out.
I got two about buy two get third one for $1. Wasn't even trying to do that. It was just my lucky day, dude. I'm just rolling like that on like poker straight from the poker pay for it.
Are you going back to poker tonight?
Nah,
Oh,
I'm too hot.
okay. Okay. Fourth question.
Therapy question number 4. You're stuck on a boat with 100 eggs, 100 chocolate bars. You're able to cook the eggs however you like. Which do you eat first?
I have to eat all 100 and then I swap, or I can just mix it up. I mean, I probably would eat the eggs first. I'm not the biggest fan of chocolate.
But what if they melt?
Then they'd still be
You're
there.
stuck at sea.
With melted chocolate bars, that's fine. You can still eat them. They're in wrapper. Or even if it melted and it was just sitting there, it'd still be a big pile of chocolate. But that'd be bad. If I was ate
I guess the
100,
eggs could go bad. Yeah.
yeah, I'd eat the eggs first. Depending on what the setup is, you could put them in some sort of bag and leave them in the water and tie them to the boat, and they'd probably stay pretty cool, and they'd last a lot longer because the ocean's pretty fucking cold, rather than leaving them out.
Then like some sharks come around and eat your
Nah,
fucking
probably
eggs.
not, man. Probably look like a piece of trash if it was like a plastic bag or something. Probably wouldn't fuck with it too much. You're more likely for them to fuck with you because of the shape of your raft, like they would a surfboard. No, I'm
You're
serious.
on a
And
boat,
okay, then you're on a boat. Like how big of a
bitch.
boat? I'm thinking like a life raft.
I'm thinking like you can cook your eggs any way you want, kind of boat.
Okay, then yeah, I'd still eat the eggs first.
Yeah, because you might get saved, so you can make the eggs all different ways. And then if you're like 100 eggs in and you still haven't been saved, now you can like be like, ah, now I gotta like hunker down on this chocolate.
Yeah, eat the chocolate. You know, and then whenever
And
they
then you can
find you, you'll
and you
be.
can square out the chocolate, make it into rations.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The eggs too. You could either do 2 eggs a day for 50 days, or 1 egg a day for 100 days. You could come up with however you wanted. And 1 egg a day would suck, but you could probably survive on 1 egg a day for a couple of days.
For a
You
couple of days.
and then you could eat two. You wouldn't have to do it all the time. You could space it out because 100 eggs is a lot of eggs.
A lot of eggs.
2 eggs a day. Do you think you could survive on just 2 eggs a day? How many days?
A couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Boom.
Yeah.
If you're 50 days in and they haven't found you, psh, you dead, bro. They're not looking for you anymore. They're 50 days in. They're done. They packed up. They went home. Coast Guard got new shit
So
going
are
on.
you rationing right away?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You have to start rationing right away. You don't want to be that person on the boat that's like, oh, they'll come find us, and you get like,
Start an egg
and there's
war,
like
start throwing
there's
it.
like 4 bottles of Jack, and you drink like half the booze.
Maybe you should just boil them
Could do hard boiled eggs.
so they don't go bad.
Yeah, you could hard boil like half of them,
Yeah.
like 20, like you could do like 25 are hard boiled.
Then you pickle them.
Pickle the rest.
Well,
It's
that,
fun.
ladies and gentlemen, it is therapy questions from Joseph Huggins
Wait,
and Andrew Schultz.
so you would do eggs first too?
I thought this question was stupid. Or not stupid. I did not know. Like, I was like, what is this even asking? But so I wanted to hear what you had to say, and I think we got we got all the juice out of that.
Anybody who says chocolate's fucking weird. I don't want the chocolate. Article number 1. Do I have this right? Is it right? Good. Nude man nabbed by police after cannonball plunge into giant aquarium at Bass Pro Shop in Alabama. This happened today. This article was posted at 5:08, so this is still a fairly recent news.
So you are hot on this. Like, did you
Uh,
get a news alert on this?
I was on
What- what'd you-
Twitter.
What's the news alert?
I was eating dinner and I was just scrolling through the feed on Twitter, and this shit popped up. It was like, hey, it was by the AP, which I follow. I was like, oh, AP, and it was like, yeah, that's the title. It's the longest title ever, and it's very self-explanatory. Nude man nabbed by police after cannonball, in quotes, plunge into giant aquarium at Bass Pro Shop in Alabama. Leeds, Alabama. A man crashed his car outside a Bass Pro Shop in Alabama, stripped down naked, and plunged into the giant aquarium inside the store. This is like, you gotta be on drugs.
Why?
42-year-old man did a cannonball leap into the aquarium and stood under a waterfall. He left the water to yell at police officers, then dove back into the aquarium.
Nice.
There's got to be video of this. The man eventually climbed over the side of the aquarium and fell to the concrete floor below. Police apprehended him. That's a rough fall too. Falling when you're wet, even if you land like cleanly, fucking hurts.
Well, how far of a fall is that out of the aquarium?
The aquarium's got to be high enough for you to not get the fuck in it. It's
Oh
not,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking like at least 8 feet. It's not gonna be
Onto the concrete. Fuck.
under the concrete around it. Like, dude, that's wild.
Yeah, I don't think he was
Man
planning for that part.
faces public lewdness, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief. The man was in the water for about 5 minutes before the officers arrived, just swimming around butt ass naked. So I've been digging into this.
Oh,
It's
since 5 o'clock.
well, yeah. This is
This is breaking news.
yeah. This is like brand new breaking
This is
news.
hot. This is developing.
I'm trying to see if they've put any of the video up. Yes, there are pictures up. They're blurred, so you can't see. But they're
Why are they
that
both
is
naked?
yes, because he's butt ass naked. But this guy,
White guy?
yeah, white guy. I got it like below the screen. I don't
The
want to pull it
caucasity?
up. I'll pull it. I just don't.
Caucasity to crash his car at a Bass Pro Shop?
That's a tall fall, man. That's because he's standing up and he's holding on to the edge of the lip, and he's just like full frontal naked with his legs spread wide. But the fall down, it's probably like him and a half. So that's like a 10-foot drop. If he climbed over that side, then that's like a zoo. It looks like a zoo, aquarium, concrete floor. That does not look forgiving at all. That's like the fucking pavement outside of the flashback at Six Flags. That is
Yeah.
gnarly. Bass Pro. And he is butt ass naked.
He did it for the clicks, maybe.
Why?
Maybe it was worth it.
Maybe. What? How much would it cost for somebody to get you to go naked into a Bass Pro Shop and do a cannonball into the aquarium? What's the number?
Oh, like the slamming onto the concrete afterwards is
No, you can escape. You can leave however you'd like.
Okay. 50 grand.
50 grand?
No.
What if somebody was like,
he's getting arrested.
what is it? What is the World Series of Poker now? How much is it to enter?
100 grand.
It's 100 grand now. I thought it was like
No,
10.
maybe it's 10 grand.
That was 10.
Grand. Yeah,
So
10 grand.
somebody funded you to go to World Series of Poker.
No.
Free pass.
No, I'll fund myself. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'll get a sponsor to fund me. Are we kidding? What are we talking about?
Should get the card room to sponsor you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a developing story. I don't know more. It's kind of a dumb article, but there's some naked man that purposefully crashed into a Bass Pro. 42. That's wild. No one wants to see a 42-year-old man running around butt ass naked in a Bass Pro.
Well, Brad Pitt. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, maybe.
He's way older than 42.
Yeah, he's way older than 42, so that'd be like.
Dude, we're almost 42. I just turned 37.
I'm just, and no one wants to see me running around naked outside of a.
Dude, I'm trying to get my like,
Your OF off the ground.
I'm just trying to get fit, baby.
I was like, you starting that OnlyFans? Let's go.
Yeah.
You're in that OF world, dog. Follow me.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna do the toe thing,
Yeah, goody.
Dip my toes in the water.
Goody Two Toes. At Goody Two Toes, Mr.
At
Goody,
Goody Two Toes.
At Mr. Goody Two Toes. That's my favorite OnlyFans.
Thanks, Jesse.
That's the one I
forgot you were still here.
subscribe. I never left.
What else do you subscribe to?
I have a year-round subscription to Highlights magazine.
What about True Social?
Never.
Okay, what about the
I'm
next
more of a
Jesse.
MySpace guy myself.
Oh, is that right? Do you know Tom?
Oh, yeah. Boom. Next article. So this is something that else that happened. This is on NBC News. It was all over Twitter earlier today too. Super stupid. There's like drone video attached to it. But this is NBC News article. Aliens at the Miami Mall. Police say lol. Despite
So do you think this is the Alabama guy did what he did and Florida's like, oh, we see you're crazy and we raise you crazy. Because this is Florida. Florida coming in hot, same day.
Yeah. Now I will say the
So hold on. Tell them what's happening here.
um. Oh, I'm gonna pull this up because I'm gonna pull up the video.
Joseph claims there's aliens
That's what people are saying. But
in Miami.
there is a crazy ass police response. So, despite the memes and the flurry of online speculation, the Miami Police Department ruled out aliens as a possibility. Now,
Oh.
there's video of some police response at Dolphin Mall in Miami, Florida. One of the biggest mall, like the biggest mall in the state of Florida, if I remember correctly. And this place is huge, and there is a shit ton of cops. When I say there is a bunch of cops, or a shit ton, it is absurd. I've never seen a police response. I'm trying to find the video. It's wild. There's probably no shit, 70 cop cars, 50 to 70 cop cars. Oh yeah, somewhere like 70 cop cars, all in front of the mall, all with their lights on. They're way down the street. There's drone footage. Somebody is viewing this from a drone. Everybody's got a drone now. This guy's full of zooming around, and you see all these cops, and they're spotlighting shit and looking around everywhere. And then there's this gray splotch that looks huge, that is like moving around up front, that this drone catches. Motherfucker starts saying it's an alien. And there's video of people running away in the mall, doing all sorts of stuff. Now, the article starts. Teens running, police converging in a gray splotch that appears to be moving. Videos from an outdoor mall stoked wild claims this week on social media. Not this week. This literally happened like just the other day. Like just now. On social media that aliens landed on Earth, but the truth is far from more terrestrial. So it's supposedly what happened is a group of roughly 50 teenagers caused a riot at the Bayside Marketplace, an outside mall. Sorry, Bayside. Outdoor mall roughly
Bayside.
5 miles from South Beach. The teams were setting off fireworks, which led to a panic as assumed there was a shooting. Police dispatched for crowd control due to the juveniles refusing to leave. Some of the businesses were temporarily closed to allow the closeout. The video, I don't know, man. It might be an alien, bro. I don't know if it's kids, bro. I think they're covering up.
Well,
So supposedly, people are saying there was an 8 to 10 foot tall gray alien that was walking outside of the Bayside Mall.
and is that what the drone footage shows?
Yeah, the drone footage shows something large and gray moving.
And you've seen it?
Yeah, it's on Twitter. I've watched the video and I'm like, what is that? It doesn't look like a fucking alien, but of course people think it's an alien.
Link in the bio or link in the
Yeah,
show notes.
I'm playing the video right now. What are you talking about?
Well, I can't see it.
We're looking for aliens over here. Yeah, there's a video where it shows
We're
it.
looking for aliens over here.
That's it, man. Is that the alien? I got it pulled up. People think it's an alien, man. It's a 12-foot alien. It's a 12-foot alien, man.
So what are you doing for January 6th?
What? Hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're taping this on January 5th, y'all. You wearing your January Sixers jersey?
Dude, that's so awesome.
The Jan Sixers?
The Jan Sixers. That's the most absurd jersey. I saw that.
Get me that jersey for January 6th.
Dude, yeah. No, it was the Jan Sixers, but it was a 76ers jersey.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. Supposedly there's been a bunch of rich people building bunkers. It's been another internet conspiracy. Like, Zuckerberg's built a $15 million underground bunker.
In Hawaii.
Bunch of other people are building bunkers. What do you think, man? Are aliens coming to take over the planet? And should we be worried? Do we stand a chance?
No, we should be worried about that fucking orange alien trying to come back to power. Like,
what if that's it, though?
What if we get through that? We're good.
What if he comes back to power and then he brings the aliens? What if all the aliens are Trump's?
You're giving his ass too much credit.
What if Trump's an alien and all aliens are like Trump?
I don't know, dude.
That would be a nightmare.
That would be a fucking nightmare. It would be a nightmare.
I've traveled very far You wouldn't know how far it was. It's the longest travel anyone's ever done. Everyone knows it.
From space to back, the moon to back. Huh.
Say there's black helicopters. So all the conspiracy people on the internet that you would see on TikTok, like the one guy, he's a white dude and he's got like the super edged up beard and he's always like seems like dark and weird. He's like, oh, is there potentially like groundhogs
Nerd
that
dork.
are running? Yeah, like just super cringe. He's picked up on it. He's saying there's black helicopters there. I mean, this could be the beginning of the end, dude. This could be like signs. We just don't realize it.
Shout out Nerd Dork.
You know, that Elon drops the Cybertruck. You know, here we are.
And
you
what?
You can't
He
tell me.
gets recalled.
You can't tell me they're not, connected. I've watched a lot of videos that connect Elon Musk Cybertruck, the eight
And
to
aliens.
that's 8 to 10 foot alien.
What?
I'm
That's not true.
I'm making this shit up. But there's a lot of people that are saying, and there's eyewitness accounts.
People are saying.
Eyewitness accounts. There's so many fucking people that just fly drones around now. That's one thing that I've learned with all of this shit.
Right. So don't you think that we'd be able to see? We're gonna, if they're around, we'll see them soon enough. But that's also like what Neil deGrasse Tyson's whole point is. He's
It's like with Bigfoot.
he goes, how many cameras there are in the world now, at all times, and we don't have any like conclusive footage should just tell you everything.
Well, I think that there's probably some fairly conclusive footage, but it's more pointed upwards in space. All the weird shit that flies around in our orbit. There's all sorts of weird videos that you can find that are off NASA spaceship.
Okay,
That's what Trailer Park.
we got
Boys.
ourselves a real
Nice
Neil deGrasse Tyson here.
Out there, all looking up at NASA. But no, I'm sure there's something that's moderately conclusive about that. One thing that I heard the other day, which was interesting, is him talking about the chances of there being life on other planets and if there is or isn't. They're also saying there might be, but it also doesn't have to necessarily be like right now. It could be later. It doesn't have to be right now because the universe is always changing. So while even if it's just this situation, I think it was like if there's 10 things that it takes to have a civilization take place, like the moon where it is, so it can move our tides and slosh around life form, and also like the primordial ooze in the ocean, all these different things, being in the habitable zone, having an atmosphere, having the magnetic poles, which helps knock away, super harmful solar rays and winds and flare, all that shit. You take all that into account. It's like one in a bit, like 10 million chance of one of those conditions happening, just one of them. And if you were to take all of those and put them together, the likelihood of there being life, it's like not as big as you'd think it is. It was interesting how he explained it, but he was also saying that just because that might be the case now doesn't mean that that's not the case later. Those things do take time, and that's just our view. That's how we view, carbon-based life forms being able to live or survive. Like I think what was that planet you said?
So what he's saying is that it's not an infinite possibility that other life exists.
Yeah.
When you take all these other things into account.
Yeah.
However, it is still a strong possibility.
Yeah, it's more than likely that there has been life before or will be after. But it's not just an infinitely gone conclusion that there is or that it is right
at all times.
That exists at all times or right now.
Right.
Which like that almost made more sense in like a probability, like statistics sense. So it's like, oh, what's the probability?
Sometimes there's life, sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's a little.
Yeah, like what was the planet that they scanned? We talked about it on the podcast, and they found stuff that looks like it might be the fumes or the gas byproduct of like machinery and cars
well, no, it has methane.
Yeah, and like stuff that means that there would have to be something as far as we know, and that exists in the habitable zone, is in this space where that would be possible. There's like like for that to be a likely outcome, because if it had those but it wasn't.
Okay, so then what about this though? So since there's life on Earth, so now is there just always there's always going to be life on Earth no matter what, right?
No, I think that life on Earth is dependent on lots of different things and our circumstances,
Eventually,
and they
there will
can.
be no life on Earth.
It's possible at the rate we're going. It's more probable than not that at some point life on this planet will cease to exist, whether we try to stop it or not. I mean, but that's where it's like you think about where the moon is. They say there's not like a dark side of the moon. There's like the far side of the moon, and the far side of the moon is just riddled with fucking craters. And it's like those are things that would have smashed our that destroyed our planet and killed life on this planet forever ago. Would have knocked it off the course if the moon wasn't placed in that. If the moon wasn't in that position, we could have lost those things.
Maybe it's the moon's gravitational pull bringing that shit in. You ever think about that,
No, I don't think so.
Holmes?
It's possible, I guess, but the moon's kind of parked there. The moon. I think that maybe there was some life on another planet that chose this planet, came here, had to park the moon to make sure that there was.
Parked. I mean, it's orbiting.
Well, it's in a stationary move. It doesn't spin or rotate. It doesn't have like a.
It says around the Earth.
No, it stays in a fixed position for the most part. It doesn't like spin. It doesn't have a rotation. I think it's the only
but it
satellite
spins around the Earth.
Yeah, no, but it's the only satellite that doesn't have its own spinning on its axis rotation.
I'm not saying
as
it's
well.
spinning. I'm saying it's orbiting.
Yeah, it's orbiting, but it doesn't spin. Other satellites of planets in this galaxy have their own rotation, while they have a rotation and a revolution. And the moon only has a revolution, like it's parked in a stationary spot. There's one side that faces us at all times.
Right.
That's why there's a dark side of the moon. Where the moon's placed and where the sun is, you can actually have solar eclipses, a total eclipse of the sun. You just because of how it's positioned, it can do that. So there's interesting things about the moon where they maybe some people came here. There's a theory if there was life. Hold on, there was life on Mars. If there was life on Mars before here, Mars lost its atmosphere. The asteroid belt could be remnants of either another planet or a massive destruction that helped destroy Mars. People left Mars, moved to this planet, placed a satellite in place where the moon is to help adjust the tides, knowing exactly what it was due, understanding science more than us. Put that there, parked it there, artificially placed the moon there, and then chose to inhabit this planet. There are ancient astronaut theorists who do believe that. I like that theory just because it ties in the asteroid belt. It's like, what the fuck's the asteroid belt, bro? Where the fuck did that shit come from? We're just like surrounded by danger at all times. It's just like right there, like just death and destruction, just like hovering around, and it's held in place, but it's the remnants of something. That's
the remnants of a broken heart.
It's like maybe Mars was a larger planet and was like, or we broke off from a larger planet. All sorts of theories.
Kind of would make sense if it was a larger planet, considering that like the planets get bigger and bigger after Earth.
And there's a large gap between, the asteroid belt.
Like why would Mars be smaller than Earth?
Oh no, exactly. Unless
something happened to it.
Unless Mars was a satellite of another planet, because I don't think Mars doesn't have any moons. So that maybe
no moons,
because it's likely that Mars could have been a moon.
It was the moon.
Mars could have been a moon because there's some moons that are just as big as Earth. I mean, you think about how big Jupiter is or Saturn.
I know that, but I mean, I've never heard that.
What?
That Mars is a moon, not a planet.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that's the whole theory. Is if you have the asteroid belt and there was a bigger planet, would Mars have been locked in their orbit to this larger planet?
Where is the asteroid belt located?
I think it's after Mars.
And then it goes the gas giants.
Yeah. So. Oh, where is it? I just ain't gonna show me. Boom, boom, bam. Yeah, it's right after, right after Mars. And then then you go gas giants, and then there's the Kuiper Belt.
So what makes a planet?
Kuiper Belt is like as past Pluto, there's another large asteroid belt. So either those are remnants of the beginning of the universe or the beginning of our solar system, and those are fragments from the Big Bang that got locked in place in the orbit of the sun and couldn't get out, and that's why they collected there because they're whatever.
The asteroid,
Yeah, the asteroid belts, or they're part of,
or it's a planet
or it's something that was destroyed. That those are the remnants, and
by
those are
like a
stuck,
laser.
especially because of where they fall in the asteroid belt, not the Kuiper belt, but the asteroid belt where it falls is like really goofy. Because I think some stuff on the Kuiper belt will just get stuck in that outward rotation that's like outside the sun, like past Pluto, they'll just get kind of stuck out there. And then you go outside that, it's like Planet X and all that wild conspiracy theory shit. But that the asteroid belt where it falls in our solar system is super goofy. But aliens are here and they're in Miami at the mall.
Allegedly.
What would you do if there was? Yeah, well, many of the quick responses, lighthearted, the post about quickly and easily misinformed. And dude, all misinformation. All over Twitter. It's just like aliens. Like Twitter is fucking crazy.
No shit.
You better know that you better put on like your gas mask for just copium and fucking
Copium.
just, like coping with random bullshit and just like misinformation because it is a war zone. That they're having to say there's no aliens at the airport. Or not at the airport, at the fucking mall. I wish there was. That's what we need, man. We need some aliens to show up, shake it up. Miami'd be a great place.
Shake it up.
Miami would
That's
be
all we need, dude. Is some more shit.
Miami would be a great place. We should have got Sticky on the horn. Doesn't he live down there, dude? He'd know. If anybody, he's probably
Get him on the phone. I haven't talked to him. I haven't talked to him since he got mad at me.
He's probably playing music trying to summon them here in the first place. Sticky could be responsible for his.
Him and his babushka.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he got really mad at you that one time. I guess that's how it talks. But people said there was a black military choppers. There's no media coverage. Why isn't anyone covering this?
Because it's not real.
But then some people said
we're covering it.
Everybody have cell phones, but nobody have nobody have an up close video of an 8 to 10 foot alien by the Miami Mall.
Shout that person out. Shout that person. Who's that?
It doesn't say. Handle? It just says wrote one X user. These are great. These are great. Fifth day to New Year's and people are spotting aliens in the Miami Mall in 2024 is in for one hell of a ride. Very true. Fired at it. So this guy says 10-foot alien creatures caught on camera were fired at inside and outside the Miami Mall. Media silent. Cops are covering up, saying its kids were fighting with fireworks. Yet all cop cars and air traffic stopped that night except for black military choppers and no media coverage. Dude, people are... And this reminds me of... Remember people were like, oh, there's going to be... FEMA's gonna take over and they're gonna declare martial law and everybody's gonna get shut down and they're gonna put you on a train and they're gonna send everybody to Idaho and if you don't follow Trump then you're gonna go. I'm like, what? Like, or it was Operation like, Jade Helm, Operation Jade Helm. That's what it was.
Out in Texas.
Crazy, and then like nothing happened.
That was like Joe Rogan type shit. Like that was like when I was like listening or watching Joe Rogan shit on YouTube, like before he got like the Spotify deal or anything like that.
People were obsessed with that.
Yeah.
This seems like I think people are waiting though. I think the world's ready for aliens. I think we're ready. Show up.
We're ready.
Show up, dude. What are you like? And I know what we did last summer, or I know what you did last summer. What are you waiting for? I just want to go outside and fucking cornfield and just do that, dude. Show up. We got Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's back.
He's back.
We got Mr. Signs. He's back.
Anti-Semitism is hot right now.
Yeah, so your boy Melly G.
Melly G
back hard.
He's in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, dude, you know it, dude.
The zeitgeist sounds too like a Zionist for him.
The zeitgeist. I remember whenever I was living in Austin when that came out, that documentary, which is still a pretty good documentary, but every person, you'd be like outside Thundercloud subs, and was like, you seen Zeitgeist, bro? I'm like, oh, chill out. Yes, I have. Chill the fuck out.
What was the other one? What was it? It was like some it's like something about like change, loose change.
Yeah, loose change. There's loose change, which was really big.
Yeah, those two.
But then I remember there was like bowling for Columbine, and it had like nothing to do with Columbine, but it was all about like it would be it's like Michael Moore wandering around. But it was all like gun lobbies and shit.
Yeah.
But you know, not what I thought it
Anyway,
was gonna
so
be.
we are moving on. The last thing that we have is the
Well,
Jeffrey Epstein list has been released. You know, I was like a little underwhelmed when I was told this was going to be released, and I feel like everybody's a little underwhelmed. Sell me on it, Joseph.
well, it's like a Q drop. This is like a Q drop. They just
It's
did
a
a
Q
third,
drop.
yeah, a third one, dude. They just Q dropped this shit. Well, before we get into that, though, I do want to say the president of the NRA
Oh, shout out! I was just going to say that too.
retired, health reasons.
Wayne LaPierre,
Huge,
Ding Dong, the witch is dead.
huge, huge piece of shit. Huge piece of shit. Um, he's out.
Well,
So,
he's okay. So they're finally going to court on Monday, for because Letitia James, I think is her name, the Attorney General of New York, because the NRA has their nonprofit charter based in New York. So she just like sued them for fraud and all this shit. They're finally going to court on Monday. He resigns today.
that's like
And
360 mil, something like that.
yeah.
I mean, but
and
that's
and they could they could just shut him down as an entire like nonprofit organization,
well, I mean, that's basically what they've been
take their charter away.
teetering on for years. We go whenever they got
Right.
found out they were committing fraud. I can't believe he didn't walk away. Whenever that this came up the first time, and everyone was like, "Yeah, dude,
He
y'all are
waited
total."
till the Friday before.
Yeah, he waited
Uh,
till Friday
yeah,
after next. Friday after next, I'm out, you guys.
yeah. Wayne LaPierre,
So
go fuck yourself. And it's supposedly because of health conditions.
yeah,
So
I mean, he's 70, what 478.
I don't know, dude.
70.
He looks like a freak.
Yeah, so there's a judge, we talked about it before, who said that a bunch of names, documents, I think it's like 950 documents or something crazy, would be released. 950
For
documents
Epstein.
over, yeah, in 950 documents across 47 different things. In regards to the Jeffrey Epstein case, the judge ruled that they should be public knowledge. They're not all redacted, not all the names, but most of the people who are involved in these stories are. But there's a lot of Jane Doe number one, number two. I think there's something like 50 somewhere, 59, 57 Jane Does throughout all these documents in regards to previous charges and allegations, the class action lawsuits. Um, you think it's underwhelming?
Yeah, I mean, like like the list. They have the list. When are they going to release the list? And it's released, and it's like nothing happened. Nobody cares.
There's some weird stuff. Now, the misinformation around this has also been super crazy, but this is from the BBC, newly released records from part of the case against Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's girlfriend, who's in jail for, the trafficking charges. The documents unveil no new major allegations against Epstein nor revelations about his associates. But, like, Michael Jackson was named in it,
Yeah, yeah, Michael Jackson and
David Copperfield.
David Copperfield. But okay, and all it was David Copperfield did magic, like a thing, and like, but basically, like Epstein, what he did was just like collect like celebrity contacts, like somebody collects cards, and like he just and so it's like these people are named because like he like yeah was associated with them. And that was part of his like move, was to get associated with these people, and then like probably like get them into compromising situations and shit like that, like
Yeah,
with underage females, and then use that to blackmail them for money or whatever the fuck.
there were documents. Bill Clinton appears in a number of the documents. The former president has acknowledged being a former associate of Epstein, but has strongly denied he had any knowledge of his crimes. Over 900 pages were released Wednesday after the order of Judge Loretta Preska, who acknowledged many of the names had already been identified in the media. But that's like they've been like, I saw this meme where it's like they're teasing this like an album drop. It's just like, oh, that Epstein list drops next week. There wasn't anybody. I mean, Stephen Hawking was on there, and there's a
Yeah,
whole. There's a
that
whole.
fucking That pederast, dude, allegedly.
allegedly, which is like the wildest.
I'm Stephen Hawking. This is my impression of Stephen Hawking. I am a robot. Sorry.
But he's on there. Bill Clinton's travels is on there. I mean, I don't think you're ever really going to know anything about what actually went on. Trump was mentioned, of course. Of
Right.
course,
I mean,
Trump is mentioned.
yeah, they're homies.
Jean-Luc Brunel, Bill Richardson, Alfredo Rodriguez, a household employee who was tasked with security for ASCII, described Maxwell as the boss in his testimony.
I mean, there's just, I mean, the weird part is that there's always two sides of a transaction when it comes to sex work, like the buying and the selling. And so it's like Ghislaine Maxwell being the only person in prison and Jeffrey Epstein. It's like, well, what about all the people that were like on the client side and that nobody's been arrested, which is weird.
Yeah, Jean-Luc Brunel, the French modeling agent who offed himself in Paris jail in 2022 while awaiting charges, was mentioned in it multiple times. So I mean, there's definitely they were surrounded by some bad actors. It's not like everybody that was going to the island was totally on the up and up, but there's just all sorts. I mean, there's one where it's going around that what's his name. Stephen Hawking was in some like weird orgy. I was like, bro, that's
That's
like
amazing and disgusting.
just sitting in it. I don't know what I don't understand.
He's sitting in it. I'm sitting in it. I'm sitting in it.
Yeah, and Prince Andrew's in it.
Jesse Ventura, come over here. It's an orgy.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things. People like
Jesse
yeah,
Ventura's
this is
down on it.
and then supposedly that there was something. One of Prince Andrew's accusers testified that Bill Clinton Epstein told her that Bill Clinton liked his girls younger. So I mean, there's a lot of damning stuff in here, but it's all about people we know about, and everything that we're hearing is, oh well, these people went there, and this is what we talked about before. Is there's gonna be he is like rich as shit, philanthropist. He's gonna have different people. He's gonna host shit. He's gonna bump into people. He works in the fashion industry, so it's like he's surrounded by all of these people who are going to his fashion shows, and they're like, "Oh, who are you?" He's like, "Oh, I control all of the money for this event." People are really shallow and vain, and they want to be surrounded by other rich people. He has so much money that it's like, "Oh, I can throw these lavish parties. Maybe celebrities show up." I wouldn't be
I know,
surprised.
but it's like, how was he getting this money? Wasn't he like a high school teacher?
He was a high school teacher, then got a job on Wall Street, um, worked his way up. Then he ended up meeting the guy who owned Victoria's Secret and a bunch of other entities and became basically like the chief financier for him. So he or chief like head of the money. So he became like his head financial officer for so he managed all the assets for the guy who owned Victoria's Secret amongst other things. Who was like an old ass man. So then, he basically let him control everything. So he had access to all that money, and that's how he became so rich. So he was managing the funds for that from, oh man, like late 80s till up until recently. So, I mean, he had access to money. And that's what I'm saying is he was an important. The guy who's the owner of Victoria's Secret's obviously the most important. He's sitting at the table with him. He makes all of his investment decisions, financial decisions.
So,
Yeah.
right. From a high school teacher.
Yeah, from a high school teacher, and then he just fucking liked him.
Well, he does like we know why he was a high school teacher. He was like, probably overqualified. He just wanted to be around young people.
So they supposedly there's more information coming. Do you think any charges come from any of this information that's coming out?
No, because it's coming from the court. Like when they already have made the charges, it's like they're the ones releasing it. It's not like the court's like, oh, we're finding evidence. It's like they had the evidence of this whole time. Like, so of course not.
But Bill Clinton going there that many times is weird. That's just too much. It's Bill.
Right.
Too. Hey man.
Yeah. We know what's happening there. Basically, a Republican, anyways.
But we'll wait and see. Yeah, Copperfield, bad rap. That's not cool, man. Leave him out of this. He's just doing magic, dude. He's just hustling.
You can do magic.
Dude, he's great. Like, there's some people where you're like, yeah, it's like, hey, guy modeling agent who's in prison, who committed suicide because he was being charged with being a total creep. That guy was at the island a bunch and he took his own life. That red flag, like that's
Red
weird.
flags. But
That's
red
weird.
flags are usually green flags for me, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, noted.
When it comes to women.
Oh, okay. It's like, when it comes to French modeling agents, I'd hope not.
French modeling.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll wait and see if there's more that comes out, any juicy tidbits. But
Okay. Before I let you go, so I always forget like the funny tidbits. So like I like go out and smoke like every hour. So the one guy asked me if I spilled my bong water on me like when I got back because I smelled so much like weed. And then today, so right before, so I have like 2:40, but I'm leaving because we have to record the podcast,
mm,
and then I get the Ace King, and like I'm betting, and this is right. I just got back from break, and I smoked like the rest of this joint that I had on break, and there was this like attractive like older lady like sitting to my left, and so I come back, I get the Ace King, Ace flop the Ace. I'm bet like 20. This guy calls 20. I win the pot. I flip over the Ace King. I win the pot, and she goes, I think that pot helped you. And I was like, yeah, I was like, it did. Like, because I just have to leave to go record this podcast right now. And she goes, no, I'm not talking about like that pot. She's like, I was talking about a different pot. Like, and I was like, oh, like she was saying like the weed helped me. And I was like, yeah, that pot helped me too. And I just started laughing. And then,
thank you.
and then,
Dude, you don't ever chief with anybody up there? Like, hey, you want to hit this?
no, because I'm on a business trip and I'm like doing this like categorically. I'm leaving after the button. I'm going down there. I'm smoking, and I'm coming back before the big blind comes back to me. So I don't have time to fuck around.
All right, man. You're a machine right now. You're
That's right.
inspired. It's like Rounders or something. You're like a Matt
That's
Damon.
right. That's right.
I'm proud of you. Well, what
Happy
else?
January 6th.
Yeah, happy Jan 6. You got anything for us? Anything deep?
Meditate, bitches.
All right, well, y'all be good. We appreciate y'all swinging by. 120 lists have dropped. Check out. Maybe something cool will come out. Not cool, but
Yeah, maybe
maybe something.
maybe something cool
Maybe something cool
from
will
the
happen.
Epstein list.
Yeah, waiting for that banger. But no, we appreciate y'all swinging by. Be good, be safe, and as always, go fuck yourselves.
And shout out Jesse Ventura.
Oh yeah,
Shout out.
out to the Baja.
Recording stopped.